You guys really enjoyed the crypto gaming token watch list last week, and we have a treat for you today. Highly requested the AI token watch list. And I'm going to be honest, this one's going to be a lot harder because these projects are very infant, right? Crypto gaming projects have had time to kind of stumble over their feet and like trip up and have flaws, but the AI space is so new that a lot of these projects still haven't really fumbled their position yet. So this is going to be interesting, must watch content if you're looking to add some AI bags during this dip, as well as riding out throughout the cycle. I think that AI memes and gaming are still the three firm leaders this cycle. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that here during this video. So let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, like the video down below and subscribe. It really helps us get in front of more like-minded viewers who are bullish on gaming, AI, memes, just like me and you. As well, shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. We have Moon Tropica, Ledger, NordVPN. We have FOMO, as well as our newest sponsor. Well, no, I think I said Moon Tropica. So Moon Tropica, Ledger. We have Bybit. We have Blowfin down below in the description. We have Ledger, as well as our newest sponsors here on the channel, which is 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. And a big shout out to our newest sponsor on the channel, which is 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. This actually comes to you from the team from rebelbots. rebelbots has been building in the space for the last 4 years, really, since 2021. I remember we gave out lots of rebelbots NFTs during a show, I don't know, a year or two ago. And at that point in time, their game that was out was one of the more fun games I had played at that stage of Web3 gaming. And now they are out with their newest game, which is 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪 is live on the App Store and the Google Play Store. And they call it a thrilling real-time strategy game where robot and human forces clash for supremacy. This has always kind of been the ethos, the robots versus humans. But we can actually jump in here and you can see a little bit of this gameplay. So technically it's like a strategy card game, but it kind of reminds me of a mix of like a Clash of Clans meets tower defense almost is kind of the vibe that it gives me whenever I'm playing this. And I just really think it's on brand with the rebelbots ecosystem. They're actually coming out soon with their new token, which is 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. And this is going to be integrated throughout the game to be able to convert rebel coins into 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. So it has all of the best mechanisms from like a MOBA, a collectible card game. There's loot crates, there's NFT integrations, as well as obviously the play to earn aspect where you can actually translate your coins into 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪s. This is also going to be building on Immutable's Passport. So a big shout out to 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. We'll be diving into this more, especially into the token utility as well, heading into their TGE. So a big shout out to our newest sponsors here, 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗪. And let's go ahead and jump into the core. Let's jump into it. Now, first of all, the elephant in the room here today, we are seeing a big dip in the market. As of recording this, we're about to maybe break below 60K. Not really the best start to October, but there's like some geopolitical tensions going on. Of course, you know, other world factors are dealing with our bags at this point in time. So that's just great. But, you know, we'll see how that plays out. And I'll have a market update video here coming in the next day or two. But today we are here to focus on the AI coins, right? We did the gaming tier list. You guys absolutely loved that. And now we're going to jump into ranking these AI coins. I believe we have 36 AI tokens here ready to go to rank and put in order for you guys to be able to maybe reshuffle your AI bags and get into the right positions before we really dive into alt season, October, the real bull market, and whenever inevitably AI season comes back around. Because if you guys remember about 8 months ago, AI coins alongside gaming were the talk of the town, and they pumped so ridiculously hard. And I think that that's not going to go away. AI narrative in business, real world tech, social media, and crypto. It's so hot that I think that AI will be still one of the most explosive in this market. So let's dive into this tier list. Now, I have to say the criteria: quality of project, tokenomics, pumponomics, marketing, the coverage that it gets, how exposed is it on crypto Twitter, what are the results that it's done, market cap, all of that stuff is going to factor in. But one thing we have to note here with AI coins, I said this at the very beginning of the video, is you will notice there's probably going to be less in the C and Rect category than there was in my gaming list. And here's why. It's because gaming has been around for 3 years. AI coins are basically brand new. And what happens is those 3 years for gaming, we've seen the trials and tribulations. We've seen tokens rug. We've seen teams leave. We've seen NFTs and tokens just fall flat on their face. Teams that don't know what they're doing, never ship a game, or the game's underwhelming. With AI, it's so fresh that not enough projects have really like fumbled their position in the market. So this is going to be a lot harder, especially when it comes to ranking in the wrecked category specifically. I'm going to be as objective as possible here. And honestly, for me, anything from S to B is probably a good investment. And C is honestly like, if I'm putting something in C, it's because that's just where they fall currently as things stand. And there won't be a lot of wrecked projects on this list. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. The first one we have here is 𝗘𝗐𝗐. So as we go back to the watch list, let's find 𝗘𝗐𝗐, the 𝗪𝗓 network. Honestly, one of the better AI projects in the space. It's got decent listings, but I think over the course of the next year, you can probably see much better listings for this if it's only on Mexi and Gate.io when it comes to centralized exchanges. But 𝗘𝗐𝗐 gets a ton of coverage, good product. If you take a look at their ecosystem, very active on the updates. For me, 𝗘𝗐𝗐 is one of the few AI bags that I really am bullish on. I'm going to start with 𝗘𝗐𝗐 in the A tier. And this is, you will see my clear S tiers. They are few and far between. There will literally be less than 5 in the S tier here. A and B will probably be a little crowded in this list. I won't lie to you. And it comes down to that fact that not enough of these have like fumbled their position in the market currently. So let's jump into the next one here. 𝗖𝗡𝗓. Oh boy. What a disaster. Like I can't even lie to you. If I told you anything on this video to be facts, I mean, this thing has gone from 2.5 cents to triple zeros on the price. There's no end in sight here. This makes no sense to me. I was rooting for 𝗖𝗡𝗓 up front. It's one of the few projects on this list. I'm putting in the wrecked here. If you're still holding this coin, all power to you. Like, whatever. Could it pump in the future? Yes. But when you're talking about a newly launched token that is literally down over 95% since it launched, never has had a pump. Literally never. So to me, yeah, big time wrecked for 𝗖𝗡𝗓. I don't really care what you say in the comment section below. That's just how it is. 𝗧𝗥. So we're starting off on a heater here because 𝗧𝗥 is also going into the wrecked category because 𝗧𝗥 had a great position in the market and they fumbled. Now they're doing this like token transition thing. They claim it was a compromise. Who really knows? 𝗧𝗥𝗡𝗡 had called them out a while ago for like using fake images for their tech or whatever the case is. So pretty fishy. I'm not going to lie. And this stage of the AI market, having a new transition to a new token, it's all BS to me. So for me, I am ranking 𝗧𝗥 in the wrecked tier. Sorry, not sorry, because it deserves to be in that wrecked tier. After the fiasco of this hack and now bridging to a new coin, I would not get involved if my life depended on it, if I have to say so myself. The fourth token on this list here is GPU. You guys know I love GPU, Node AI. Every time AI has caught a pump, this thing has really ripped. And there was apparently a little bit of a liquidity event earlier this month, which is why it's down 20% this month. But it runs so accordingly to the AI market. GPU is literally the ticker. There's maybe not a better ticker in all of AI other than AI. So for me, people use GPU. I even lend out. I have 3 PCs, an old gaming PC. I have a new gaming PC. And then I have this, my Mac, which I record my content on. My old gaming PC, I lend out the GPU to the GPU network, and it works perfectly. And you're able to kind of earn GPU tokens from that sustainable network. To me, GPU is in the A tier. There's no doubt about it. I think that the strength of this coin and when AI is hot, it speaks for itself. So for me, I am putting GPU in the A tier on this list. Next one on the list is PAL. And honestly, another one, if you're looking for strength and like a first mover in this sector of the market, PAL is it. As you can see here, they're leveraging AI, and you'll be able to kind of like craft with their tools here, the PAL X Explore tab, to find list of tokens, influencers, niche categories like DeFi gaming, manage your portfolio. It's providing you all of these tools to be able to kind of research and track and be able to consolidate all into one place. And I really do like that. And as far as like AI intelligence, PAL, the branding's on point. Everything about it just makes sense to me. So for me, PAL is also in the top tier. If I have to rank it, I would say it's probably stronger than GPU. But I like GPU a little better than 𝗘𝗡𝗅. All of these are great projects, but we're actually starting off with some of the worst and then some of the best. So that is a pretty good start to this list. The next one here is Optimus AI. So this is kind of like a meme coin almost in the AI space. If we go look at here, it's $5 million market cap. It's fully diluted. Look, this is really based on Elon. Elon has this Optimus thing going on, and when he tweets about it, this coin is traditionally pumped. But if we're just relying on Elon to pump it, I'm gonna put it in the C tier, and we're kind of like making it clear here that it really has to be an elite project to be in those top two tiers. And I'm going to try to keep that standard throughout this list. So let's just go ahead and keep it moving here. Balance AI. Now, I'm still holding my BAI. I think our entry was around $7. It is down quite a bit, but this is a low market cap coin. You have to have some foresight to see this through. Their mainnet is going live here very soon. They've been crushing it with partnerships, and to be honest, like, I haven't lost conviction in BAI. This is one that, to me, I think there are projects worse than this in the space. I am putting Balance AI in the B tier, with potential, if they crush it this cycle, to move up to that A tier. So that's what I'm looking at currently. Blender Network has been underwhelming. I cannot lie to you. So there was some FUD here. The team is out there in docs. You know, they post on Twitter all the time. This got up on the AI run up to almost $4. It's at 57 cents now. The monthly chart is looking quite beautiful. To me, Blender maintains probably at the B tier. Like, I want to set standards here. I think that it hasn't shown the strength of the things above it. However, I like Blender a lot. I also have a position in Blender. So there's, I'm not having bag bias here. There are going to be coins here on the S tier and the A tier that I don't hold throughout this video. So I think that that's important to note as well. AIOZ Network, no pun intended. It usually works out this way, though. It's weird, like the gaming tier list, the C tier, we had Cornucopias in C, we had Aether in S. Like, it almost worked out there with the A. AIOZ Network, I'm putting in the A tier. I don't quite think that it is creme de la creme, top of the line AI coin of the cycle. However, anything lower than A would be FUD, and I would be just strictly lying to you. I don't hold a single cent of AIOZ, but it has shown crazy strength when AI ticks up. It's been around the block. It was the last cycle token as well. It's proven that it's here to stay. Their product is actually pretty solid. And the thing about these AI coins that you have to remember, guys, I'm not diving deep into that today because they are all some sort of AI computing, GPU, smart technology, chat GPT knockoffs. Like, it's a very interesting industry of tokens. So I just want to make that very clear that that is just the nature of the game. So we're not diving deep into product today. We will definitely be diving into the tokens and the strength that they have in this market. So that is what I am ranking these on. Next, the next two really are no-brainers to me, and we're going to start off the trend of elite projects. So we have BitTensor Tau. Look at the price action on Tau the last month, up 83%, over $500 currently. Tau is an S-tier project. They have a cult behind them. Just like what Kaspa is for like overall altcoins, people say it's like the closest thing to Bitcoin. I think Tau is the Bitcoin of AI. Like, generally speaking, there's no coin that shows the most strength, the cult community, the tech behind it. I really like BitTensor. I think Tau, honestly, is the king of AI coins. I'm just going to leave it there. I don't think a coin will top 𝗬 on this list, not even off the bias of the recent pump. You can go back a month ago, 2 months ago, and this was in my like top 10 coins to hold throughout the duration of this cycle, as well as Render. This is S tier. We're going to make a staple here that only the elite projects are getting into the S tier here. I think by the end of this video, there will be 5 projects in this tier out of the whole list, over 36 tokens. So really, really rare air here. Render's been around as well since last cycle. Their strength of their coin is still crushing it. If we just go look at Render, the price action over the year got up to $12. Even now, I think $5 for Render is pretty cheap. And I mean, top tier product. I know a lot of the best brands in the space utilize the actual tech behind Render. So 𝗬 and Render, we're gonna kick it off as in the S tier here, and that's gonna be the standard. Like, you have to be an elite product to be able to jump up into that category. Moving on to the next coin here, we have Neuron AI Arena. Just like in my my gaming tier list, I'm going to firmly put this probably like beginning of B tier for now. There will be other projects that come through, but I think their game, as far as AI gaming, things you can go in and play right now. And obviously, this is all now tokens. I'm not ranking future tokens, because then at that point, I could have Today the Game in here, etc. But I think that AI Arena, as far as fully playable, you can jump in now. And the way the AI integrates into the game, I think it's one of the best things out in the space that's public currently with a tradable token. So I'm going to put this at the forefront of the B tier, and let's keep this thing moving. We have 𝗖𝗢𝗟. Look, say what you will. They're one of the only cycle tokens so far that has actually launched and sustained itself. If we look at this year chart, like, it's pumped up to 8 cents. It's sitting at 6 cents. Like, what can you really complain about? The diluted is a little bit of a difference, but I'm even a pre-sale investor here. The vesting schedule isn't that unfriendly, so take it for what you will. But I think that 𝗖𝗢𝗟 is going to have a hell of a cycle. This thing has held around 2 billion market cap its entire lifespan. So for me, 𝗖𝗢𝗟, just like in the gaming tier list, I'm probably going to put it near the back end of the S tier. I think that's genuinely where this thing belongs on this list based off quality and strength in the market. Like, I think this is going to have a heck of a bull run, as I just mentioned. We have 𝗘𝗟𝗘, a couple gaming ones in a row here. So 𝗘𝗘𝗘, people wonder, why is 𝗘𝗘𝗘 AI? Well, they're using a lot of different AI functionality in their games and their content and in the way that they're building. They're partnered up with NVIDIA and Palantir. 99% of the projects on this list aren't partnered with Palantir, and the ones that are partnered with NVIDIA are just like in their NVIDIA growth program or whatever the case is. So for me, 𝗘𝗘𝗘, just like in the AI list, I think we're putting it in the A. Like, it's going to belong in the A. I'm going to put 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗍 at the front of A for now because it has tenure in the market. And then I think PAL has more genuine AI narrative to it. But I think 𝗘𝗘𝗘 absolutely belongs in the A tier, given the fact of its partnerships alone with Palantir and NVIDIA. We have Echelon Prime, the Prime token. Another one, people are like, well, how is this AI, Hustle? This is a game. Well, their AI game, Parallel Colony, comes out here in Q1 2025. And from the playtest of that, it's also, I'm not a colony builder style game guy, but the AI integrations in it are flawless. I think it's really going to hit. And then you can stake the Prime token for their upcoming project Prompt, which is called Wayfinder. And the yield looks pretty solid there. So there's a lot of AI integrations, and I'm going to keep it consistent here. Prime is in the S tier because it also, just like 𝗖𝗢𝗟, gives you exposure to both AI and gaming, which I think are two of the biggest narratives of this cycle. So that speaks for itself. I am going to put Prime in the S tier on this list, keeping it consistent. Like I said, it's an S tier gaming token. I think it's an S tier AI token considering the strength of the coin, both multi-narrative strength, and on top of that, the AI game specifically looks phenomenal. We have Humans AI. This one we haven't talked about a whole lot, but I have been bringing up recently. I think this is a big sleeper. This team, the marketing rollout, I recently spoke to these guys a couple months back, and I have to say, like, the rollout that they're about to do over Q4, the liquidity injections, the listings potentially, the partnerships, just everything they have coming really excites me. So for me, the Heart token, I'm putting in the A tier. I'm probably going to put it here right behind Carrot, but right in front of GPU. That's how I feel currently. I genuinely think that Humans, the Heart token, is about to go on an exponential run, especially if alts and if AI takes a hit, or like a run, not a hit. This thing's going to go absolutely insane. We have Akash. Oh boy. I know you guys are thinking it already. Hustle. It's an A. Is it going in the A tier? I'll probably piss some people off with this, but it actually is, to me, going in the A tier. And like looking through the rest of the projects on this list, there's only one other that will be S tier. So the S tier will be very slim. I think on the gaming, we had 7 in the S tier and 7 in the A tier. This one, there will be 5 in the S tier only. And there will be numerous in the A, B, and C. For me, Akash, I'm gonna put it here. I think it's near the front of the A. The two A's are right next to each other. Like, this is just memeable, but it's true in my opinion. Like, I don't consider Akash in that Tau or Render ballpark, and I think Aether and Prime still are a leg above it as far as like market strength, right? Market strength. If we take a look at the monthly here, and every month's different, it's just a small sample size, but Akash is up 5%, while something like an Echelon Prime is up 40%, a Tau is up 80%. Render had a slow month, but I think Render rightfully deserves to be in that category of S tier. So small sample size, but for me, I think it makes sense. I am putting Akash in the A tier behind AIOZ Network, but in front of PAL, Carrot, Humans, etc. Palm AI. I know a lot of people are like really high on Palm. I thought I added it to this list, so let me make sure that this is going to be on this list. Palm. Boom. All right. Let's take a look at Palm. Let's look at the price action. Let's see the market cap. Market cap 32 million circulating, and it is fully diluted. We do like to see that. Monthly, it is down. It's down 30% on the week. And look, I've seen this project all over the timeline. I've dug into it in the past by recommendation. I don't think, look, I think C tier might be harsh, but like for me, I think there are just better coins to invest in. Like, if I'm looking at this list right now, there's probably, let me look at this yearly price, because like this one's tough. I'm not the biggest, but it's up 680% this year. I mean, you can't dispute that. So for me, like, I'll put it at the end of B tier. How about that? I'll put it in the B tier. I do think it's a pretty good project. It just doesn't scratch my itch. I don't see it on the timeline from like the biggest AI guys. So for some of these reasons, I'm going to leave it right there at the bottom of B, but probably with the potential to climb. And honestly, if I'm looking at it versus something like a Blender, probably deserves to be over Blender, if we're quite honest, just from a strength perspective. I would say that's probably fair, just because of strength and price action. That's probably warranted. And as crazy as it is, AI Arena is too new to really even say that it's top of B tier. So for me, this is why AI is tricky, guys. Like, you have to look at tenure in the market. You have to look at the strength of the coin. You have to look at everything. And I think Palm right now is going to be at the top of the B. It will get ousted literally on this next coin. Although this next coin, I kind of like better than Palm. It's Condux. Some of the smart money investors in my circle really like Condux. This thing's up 3,000% this year. It got all the way up to 16 cents. It's down at 3 cents right now. It's been consolidating this month. I think that Condux is a pretty good one. I don't know that this belongs anything above A tier. Like the A tier stuff, 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗔𝗓, Akash, PAL, Carrot, Humans, GPU, Desync. Those are clear A tiers. For me, Condux doesn't just quite cut that yet. I think Condux has the potential this cycle to make its way up to A, but genuinely speaking, I think that Condux is a B tier project. Covalent. This is an interesting one. It was one of those OG projects in the AI space, but I mean, this thing can't catch a bid. I mean, it's down for the year whenever everything else in AI is up. It's gone from 45 cents to 0.004 cents. There's only one place that this belongs, and that's in the wrecked tier. And it's crazy because I actually know projects in the gaming space and even just in crypto that use Covalent. I've heard it multiple times in calls. Like they use the product of Covalent, but like the narrative behind the coin is absolutely dead. This thing belongs in the wrecked tier. Let's jump over to Skillful AI. Honestly, of the AI investments that I did this year, this has been the best launch performer. I think it 20x on launch, 5 million market cap, $50 million fully diluted. The vesting does begin here coming up soon, but I mean, this coin is strong. It hasn't seen AI narrative, and right now, I mean, it's just dipping so much. Like, despite me having an investment into this, I think it has work to do to crack up into A. Like, and it has to survive this vesting period. So for me, I'm going to put it in the middle of B. Skillful AI, I'm going to put behind Condux and Palm, but ahead of stuff like AI Arena, Blender, BAI. I think it has that potential. And I do think it's genuinely better than those projects. However, vesting begins soon. And if AI catches a bid, we have to see how this thing performs because strictly speaking, over the year, I mean, it's gone from 20 cents to 5 cents. So it is down 75%. There have been 0 unlocks yet. So really an alt season would be telling here for something like a Skillful AI. So I'm going to put this in the middle of the B tier. And I think that's right where it belongs, to be completely honest. This next one's a fun one. JHH. This is the NVIDIA CEO, guys. So this is like a meme coin. But it's AI. It's AI narrative. Over the month, it's up 153%. Like, this is an interesting one. I can't lie to you. The week it's getting crushed, the day it's getting crushed. So like for me, JHH, I will likely, I'm going to put it in the C until further notice. Like, that's a pretty big hit. That's a pretty big hit today. It's down like 48%. And this actually happened since I put this list together this morning. But it is like the NVIDIA meme, you could say. But kind of like what I'm putting it in the C tier next to, Optimus. Like, I feel like if NVIDIA doesn't do something crazy, it won't pump. And that's kind of been Optimus's thing. If Elon doesn't do something crazy, it doesn't pump. So like, you're towing a line there. I'm going to put it in C. I think it belongs there. All these other AI projects are probably better and better holds, if I had to say so myself. So that's just what I see currently. Why AI? Really upset about this one from a timing perspective. Not so much upset about it from what they've been doing. If you keep up with their Twitter, like they've really kept up developments, business as usual. They're doing what you want to see from a project. However, there's no centralized exchanges. It's only on DEXs. The volume's not that strong. Like, and just because I put it here doesn't mean like, and it could be wrecked, right? But we timed this one pretty bad here on the channel. Like, can't even dispute that. I still hold. And I still think you're going to see an aggressive pump from this when AI turns around. This thing's up 82% just this month. So like, it shows it can have strength when the market is right. I'm going to set a standard. YAI will begin the C tier. But like I said, it's like JHH had been pumping. So it's not like these coins are dead. And the Rect, I wouldn't be touching at all. But as far as C tier, I'm going to put YAI down there for now. Probably could move back here. But to me, just for current market perspectives, it's probably C. But I think it is stronger hold than these other few that I'm putting in this sector. ZKML. ZKML is another one that caught a random stray from 𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗧𝗏. It's fully diluted. Once again, it's only on DEXs. I don't really like that. Like, some centralized activity really does help. It's down 35% this week. I've never been a huge fan of ZKML. I'm going to go ahead. C tier might be like pretty bearish for this. However, like if we look at the yearly chart, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Like, oh, ZKML, I might catch some flack from a few AI guys out there, but I don't know. This, once again, it doesn't like scratch my itch when it comes to the higher up projects. And like, look, to be honest, I'm probably moving Blender down here to C. Like, now that I'm formulating this list a little further, I'm able to kind of see some clarity on it. And I think that Blender, until further notice, needs to work its way up from C. ZKML needs to work its way up from C. YAI has to do the same thing, right? So that's what I'm seeing right now. So I'm going to make that adjustment, but I am going to put ZKML in that C tier currently. We have Solidus AI. AI Tech is the coin here. I know a lot of people really like this one. It should be on this list. And it is 100 mil market cap. It's on HTX, pretty legit exchange. The volume's solid. I would be fudding if I put it underneath B tier. But for me, like, it doesn't excite me. Once again, like, I think what you have to understand, like, Tau, Render, Prime, Aether, PAL, Carrot, Humans, GPU, those things like really excite me. Desync, even AIOZ. There's some stuff with conducts. I think it can move up the ladder. So for me, it's all personal preference. My list is going to be different than any single other person's in the space. But for me, like, AI Tech doesn't get up into that upper echelon for me. The dilution is more than a lot of these projects as well. Like, it's double the diluted, so there's only 52% in circulation. It's not the end-all be-all. If we take a look at the all chart here for the year, it is up 593%. It got up to 45 cents from 10 cents. So, you know, great coin. And I would be fudding if I put it anything below the A tier. This next one also is getting such traction on crypto Twitter currently, and it's called Anyone, the Anyone protocol. This one's up 34% this month. Over the year, it got up to about $1.82, sitting at about $1.10 right now. This one's an interesting one, and if you look at their Twitter, like, they're getting a lot of traction, engagement. It's very interesting to see. Because this one kind of came out of nowhere, in my opinion. I wasn't too familiar with this one even before like last month. But, you know, this one undoubtedly is on people's radar in the space. And I think that matters in AI as well. Like, there's a lot of AI coins that people do not talk about. And you have to go look at the AI sphere of Twitter. There's gaming influencers, there's AI influencers. And the coins that are at the top of their list really are all in the S and the A tier of this list. Most of the stuff below it is kind of not really in the narrative right now. And I think that that's also like something you have to consider. All of these A tier projects have strength in volume, strength in market cap, strength in product. That matters. So keep that in mind. AIT, I'll just go ahead and say it, doesn't excite me at all. Everything in the A tier is just much better, in my opinion. So for me, I'm going to put AIT right here in the middle of B, and I think it belongs there. Let's find AIT on this list. I'm pretty sure the market cap's okay. 24 million. It's up 44% this month, so good for them. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's so many better projects in the space. I have to set that one there in the B tier. AI, Sleepless AI. The only reason I put this on here is because its ticker is AI. And on top of that, this thing is listed on freaking Binance and HTX. This is Binance listed. Like, kind of crazy. The dilution's terrible, however. There's only 20% circulating. If this wasn't called AI, it would not even crack this tier list. So with that in mind, I'm going to put it in the middle of the B. Because if you look at the traditional price action, however, huge pumps around the AI narrative. Went from like $1 to almost like, yeah, 220, all the way down here to 82 cents, climbs back up to 125, gets down here to 30 cents, climbs back up to 50 cents. So this thing does pump whenever the narrative pumps. And it's on Binance. That's crazy. This thing's on Binance. I've never seen anyone talk about this coin. Like, it's very interesting. I don't know. Like, when I look at their stuff, it's just like 134K followers, like, and then there's only 70 likes on tweets, and then like some of them 1.3K. I don't know. Is it organic? Chat, is this organic? For the best AI companion games. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of fishy. I'm gonna put it at the top of C tier. Yeah, that's the way I'm rolling here. I don't know about that engagement, you know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I only have 20 mutual followers, and it looks like they forgot to bot that tweet because the other ones are fucking cooking. Every other tweet has thousands of likes, hundreds of likes, 400,000 views, and this one here, what happened, bruh? It's been 19 hours. Seems like everyone else vibes with it. Yeah, I'm putting this in C tier. There's just no way. The only reason it's probably not in wrecked tier after just seeing what I just saw is that it's on Binance. If I just realistically, none of this other crap is on Binance for the most part. So there's strength in that, I guess you could say. Let's keep going here. Hash AI. I think this is B tier. I think it's top of B tier to me. I know a lot of the top guys really like this one. I just think there's much better projects. And projects like, I mean, look at this chart over the year. So I get the excitement because it got up to 003s. And then here it pumped a nice 2x. Here it pumped a nice 4x. And right now it's in the midst of, it went up 100% there. It's kind of taking a dip with this market. So it does pump with the narrative. I think Hash AI, I'll be fair to it based off marketing, narrative, etc. I'd put it where it is right now. Market cap. It's got sustainability. But for me, like, I'm investing in the S and the A, and then I'm picking a few below. BAI, maybe Blender, YAI, I still have a position in. But like, for me, I wouldn't really, if you're getting in today, I wouldn't be delving below A tier. I'm just going to be honest. Like, AI is so speculative, just like what gaming is. I would just stick to top tier projects that you know are going to pump. The TALs, the renders, the primes, the PALs, the humans, the GPUs, the desyncs, the carrots. Like, that's where I would roll when it comes to the AI coins in the market currently. Now, so one is PAL. These two brain logos keep throwing me off, but I know this one's 0x0. 0x0, this is A tier, and I'm probably going to put it right below PAL. The two brains are going right together. Look, 0x0 has proven it is a force in this market. Let's go look at this chart. Like, it's actually been one of the stronger performers. Here it is, $124 million market cap. Obviously, this month it is up 30%. Over the year, this thing's up 200%. It got up to 47 cents. So you have a nice 3.5x play here from these current positions just to get to its local highs. I think 0x0 has the similar strength to 𝗡. It has a cult community like 𝗡. The people who support this are all in on it. That matters to me. I'm going A tier for 0x0. 𝗪𝗢𝗬𝗓 Intelligence. What an interesting one. Like if I know their platform's really good. It's up 30% this month. It's up 300% this year. Like it's probably established itself in that A tier. Yeah, I have to make some changes for the justification of my list because too many projects are now falling into the A tier. And that's what makes AI hard, guys. This is freaking not easy. I am going full tilt in my head about this list. Like, this is hard. I'm not going to lie to you. I have real trouble ranking a lot of these things because to me, like, 𝗪𝗢𝗬𝗓, does it move my needle? No. Is it a great project that has clearly shown strength in this market and has a product that people, even myself, sometimes jump in and use? And I have my own software product, for Christ's sake. I do. I can't lie to you. So 𝗪𝗢𝗬𝗓, I'll put it at the back of A. No one really talks about it. This probably has S tier potential, but to be fair, not enough AI social influence rolls into this. Not that that's everything, but it is something when you're considering these coins. So that's the way I would look at it right now. I'm going to put 𝗪𝗢𝗬𝗓 at the back of A. ICP. Here, let's piss some people off. ICP is the ADA of AI. It is the XRP of AI. I am so sorry. I would not hold this coin in a million years. It is up 250% this year. Great. Good stuff. ICP maxis, all in. Go for it. But that price chart, man. Let's piss off a cult today, guys. I'm gonna put wrecked for ICP. It just is what it is. I would never hold ICP. I would never hold ADA currently. I would never hold XRP. I would never hold Chainlink. That's just how it is. Sorry, not sorry. IO, kind of like 𝗖𝗢𝗎𝗓, this has proven itself. If we take a look, the year price action's obviously not the best. The dilution's not the best. It's up there in quality with some of the best AI and DeepIn stuff. But for me, I'm going to put it like right here, above Conducts, below Hash AI. It just, the dilution scares me here. It's more than most of these AI coins. 200 mil to 1.4, that's 15% circulating supply. The price action shows that it's getting hit pretty hard over the year. Like, it really hasn't even pumped over the narrative. So for me, IO, from a quality perspective, it's a great project. From a would I invest in this token perspective? Probably not. 𝗫𝗓 Protocol. Well, first of all, before we rank 𝗫𝗓, let's go take a look on the charts. So this is fully diluted coin, number one. Number two, 𝗫𝗓 is by far a top 3 AI project in the space. They're a front runner. They've been around, since 2021, or like early days, and they've not faded. If anything, they've gained strength over the course of this market. I'm going to rank 𝗫𝗓 number 2. Look, I think Render can pump more, and I think 𝗬 will pump more. But I think 𝗫𝗓 from a quality perspective is also right up there with Render, and I would have to say 𝗫𝗓 Protocol is going to be number 2 on this list. That's just how it's going to go. They've stood the test of time. They're fully diluted. They have a good freaking pumponomic scheme on the way that this token is set up right now. It's on Binance. It's on OKX. It's on HTX. It's on Coinbase. It's literally got every box you could humanly possibly check from a token perspective. Based AI. Oof. Guys, I know some people who really like this one. I don't like this one at all. I've heard some stuff, not from the team. I just know some fishy stuff that went on with some of the investors and the people involved. Nothing that the team did. Hands up, nothing that the team did. So don't come at me with pitchforks. For me, I'm going to put it like here, and yeah, on the month it's up. Look, man, we might do a mass. Yikes. Yikes. I'm thinking like in my head, like, I feel like on this list, I've been too generous to a lot of projects. And if we're talking just truth perspectives, I'll put BAI at the top of C. I'm going to keep AI Arena there. It was in B in the gaming, and I'm going to keep it there. I am going to Skillful AI. It has to show me more until it becomes B. That's just where it's at right now. The price action alone warrants it to be in the C tier until further notice. Once we see AI season come around, let's see how it performs. Could definitely be B tier. Product-wise, it's B tier for sure. But from a token perspective, it probably needs to prove more. And that's what makes this so tricky. ASI. Look, everyone is going to be so mad at me for this. I get it. Your super intelligence coin. It's not even higher market cap than freaking ICP, BitTensor, or Near, and you merged 3 tokens together. Like, what in the world? I hate this so much. I was an early investor in Ocean, crushed it. Now they merge these coins into this big super token, and they're still not. Their goal was to be the biggest AI coin, and they're still not even close. So, let me just do something real quick. Down 15% this week. It's up 645% for the year, man. Come on. I would love to be like just this big pessimist and put it in B. I'd be lying if I put it in B. And I'd be lying if I put it anything below the top of A. Like, but nice try, guys. This whole merge thing really angers me. They're just like, why? And you're still not even close to being the biggest AI coin in the market. Like, there's still $2 billion behind Near. They're now behind Tau. They're behind ICP, for Christ's sakes, man. Like, come on. It just, I don't know, man. Hey, I've been throwing my hands up on this one because this is the hardest list that I've ever had to make. I'm going to be honest. This, from a quality perspective, from a volume, from a community, from an influencer perspective, this is tough. And unfortunately speaking, I think the next time we do this, there will be more in the wrecked tier. Then there will be more B's and C's. There will be A's going to the B tier, etc. But for now, like, a lot of these things haven't messed up enough to warrant wrecked. The 4 in wrecked, I think, warrant wrecked. One's a dinosaur coin with a cult community that just heralds it like a religion that I just don't think's that great. Gaiman has wrecked everyone that's ever invested into it. Covalent has disappeared. OPSEC basically pulled the plug. So, in that regard, that's just the way I see it. I think the A tier, the S tier and the A tier are no doubters. Tau, Near, Render, Prime, Aether. And then we have ASI, AIOZ, Akash, PAL, 0x0, Carrot, Humans, GPU, Destra, and Arkham. I think that's the A tier. There's no reason that those should not be A tiers. B tier, we have AI Tech, Anyone, Hash AI, IO, Conducts, Palm, AIT, and AI Arena. I think that's very fair. And then in the C tier, we have Skillful AI, BAI, AI, Blender, ZKML, Based AI, YAI, JHH, and Optimus. And then in the rec tier, as mentioned, ICP, Gaiman, Covalent, and OPSEC. So the time in the market, I'm not able to be so harsh on some of these AI coins, but I can tell you what, in a few months, I'm sure some of these C's move to rect and some of these B's move to C's, as I mentioned. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like I mentioned, I would probably only invest from the A up if I'm getting involved with AI today. And that's the point of this video. We're in a market dip right now as I'm recording this video. And this video is evergreen. You can come back to this in months, and my conviction is hardly going to change because of the market conditions are probably going to be pretty good. So a lot of these things will pump. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you agree with my S tier, my A tier? What projects would you move around potentially? Let me know down below in the comment section. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.